Wow. What? What? No. No. Okay. No. 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 Hang on. I almost got it. More. There we go. Wow, look at us. We're so productive. Warp. Warp. Get it? Because kdnet. kdnet. Hi. I'm gonna cry. Okay, so that can go there now. I think we've got stuff put together. I think we're ready. Gentlemen, are you ready for the future? kdnet, more like I think that's broken. Wow. Alright, anyway. So, that's better. Now, we need to find this function. You need to... Whoa. Whoa. Stop. Stop. Jesus. Whoop. Well, that's just quirky, isn't it? Well, to that I say no. Yay. Okay, that works now. Schrodinger's test bot. That's a fair argument, but also screw you, I guess. I don't know. You guys like my early boot testing facilities, we'll call them? I call it KD stub dprint. That's right. It hijacks the COM port. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah. That can be there, that can be there, that can be there, this can be there, that can be there. CD. Oh. Stop. We're gonna need some putty. I need some VirtualBox. Yeah, so this is how this is going to work. And I don't know how long I've got until 18 hours, so it's 5 p.m. It's gonna be 6. Okay, it's after 6. Cool. So, how is everybody doing? This thing really wants me to change my video settings. That's kind of funny. But apparently I'm not going to do that. Very interesting. Whoa, what does this button do? Nope, I don't care. Okay, here we go. We're also going to set up Wireshark. Whoop. Actually, that can be on the side. We don't need that right here. I know it's not going to be a while until we get to that point. Yeah, cool. Let's fire this up. Nice. Yes, that is, in fact, yep, that is working all right. It is doing nothing successfully. Brilliant. Okay, so we've got our DLL here, which will be interesting because we are going to end up changing the way this works. These exports are no longer needed, I don't think. Because if I understand correctly, the function here is no longer valid for this thing. So we go here, we'll go to imports, Ethernet Ooga Booga test, yes. Pretty much. Yeah, this is the network. We're trying to debug the native Windows networking driver. So this is a Realtek KDX. This is the native KD subsystems for Windows 8.1. And so we're porting this over, compiling it in our repo, and we're going to put prints on everything so we can see where this is crashing and hopefully start to debug it a little bit. And after this works, then we'll start writing our own kdnet because we'll have this to actually test everything successfully. And this one will work in a couple VMs too. Very nice stuff. Anyway, so we need a couple things to build this now. We need to change the way, we need to change the import table and the export table because that's no longer valid. We also apparently need to include this thing. It's a little weird, but okay. Do 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 do. The weird thing is that unlike most of Microsoft's everything, this is actually really, really well documented how it's supposed to work. But I need to find the ones expected by this data. So there's this information, but then we have exports. It's 9, I think. Right? Am I counting that right? Wow. It's 8. Right. 8. Let's go with 8. Okay. That is now valid. And so are these. Now I can use these functions to achieve my greatness. Anyway, so what I think this is all valid now. So we should have these functions big chilling, as they would say, now. And is that Windows 8.1? Yeah. That's the import table, right? Ooh, that's kind of gnarly. Fun fact, I'm looking at Quibble's source code too for some of this stuff. Quibbles actually does a pretty good job with this right now. I don't... Let's see. So also, there's technically a debug printf in here, but we're not going to use that because that would be too easy, right? Also, this gets initialized here. What was even called first? It's not gonna tell me. Great. Okay. I think I can just call this now. That's a little unclear. Right. That's a pointer. kdnet import table. Oh no, I can cheat. Doesn't need to be a pointer. Bam. Just like that. So that data should be there now. And so I should have the ability to use magical powers now. Do I have the right thing? I do. So I should be able to use magical powers now. And if I say, I don't know, yes, this is a good one. Can I stall it? Yes, I can. Instead of a pointer type, yeah. What? Does it need to be a pointer? You know what? I think it does. Bam. Because we can actually do that just fine. It's not really going to change anything. Okay, this will work. Then I can stop the OS. It's very funny how I'm using Wireshark and Putty to debug this stupid thing. Testing KD. Huh? Did it? What? 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 Did I just call bug check? It thinks, and it just like threw stuff up on the stack. Oh my god. That's just, wow. That's adorable. I am sorry. That is funny as fuck. That is really funny. Why is it doing that? Uh-huh. Okay. What, it's the problem, buddy. We're, what's wrong? Are we sure we know what, what's happening here? Hey, buddy, what's wrong? PC98. My god. I have no idea what this does. Wow, that is quite the function name. Only one person can write HAL code, and it calls a function called it's not you. That is the ReactOS I know. We are such pretentious assholes together. Oh, no. Anyway, I love it. So, what was I doing again? Okay, so if I can't call that, why not? Oh, hang on. This shouldn't be there. Right? Let me see. Okay. I have no idea what we're doing. Very interesting. So apparently... I need to see what the function count here is. Really? I don't think that should exist for, it's 18. Which is right. Right? What? What? Hold on. According to my miscalculations, this probably I have no idea if that's supposed to work like that or not. The imports are 24 on Windows 8.1, which tells me that this isn't Windows 8.1, but I think it is. That looks like Windows 8.1 to me. Someone's lying to me. That's not nice. hold on. One 16384172276. Wait a minute. Who are you? What the fuck? If I call something else, will it still be mad at me? I don't know what it wants from me. Wait, what? Something is wrong. According to my miscalculations, something is kind of sus. There's exports, and that's the function count for exports. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What the fuck? Padding. Number of functions is equal to 18. What? So, according to Quibble, my theory here is a little half correct. So, the exports aren't valid, that's true, but there's also padding apparently. And after that, it's get set, physical address, stall, read register, uchar, ushort, ulong 64, ushort, yeah, all the uchar functions, then set hyper range. Then it's only these three, sorry, which should be this. So uchar 16, un 32, and these are pointers. Puchar would help me. Also, I don't need 16, I can just do puchar. Wow, okay, so that's according to Quibble. Because the number of functions is 18. And those functions are, is that right? I don't know why it's thinking that. Oh! Yeah, actually, that makes sense. It's 0x18, duh. Wow, I'm done. Thanks, Quibble. So that should be fine. Which then... if I do this... this should work now. Nope, it's still bug checking. Wait a minute, this bug check is happening on the regular drivers too. I think in the same way. What's the error code? I think I see the problem. I think this function's broken in ROS at this point. And I think that because if I get physical address, I don't think this will break. Yeah, I don't care. I just need, give me something to call one of these without breaking. I think that's the real problem here. No. Okay. Let me pull some code from the Realtek thing. When I call get hardware context size, it gets the device descriptor because the device descriptor comes from this thing, which gets here, and that's there. There's all the information it needs. So if I call this function, Realtek get hardware descriptor size, that should be fine. Here, let's do this. Wump, 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 and wump. What are you doing? Memory.length. Yeah, there we go. I'm starting to notice a trend here, I think. And I think it's a couple of the functions being broken still. We'll see. What's weird too is that this thing also has a pragma push, and I don't really want to do that. I mean, I can, I guess. Who needs verification when I have the power of Batman? I don't know what it's gonna call next. Maybe there's a reason this is set up like this. See, look, initialize controller. What the fuck? And then initialize controller is here, and it calls Realtek initialize controller, which takes in the adapter. Wow. Wow, that is a lot of, lot of logic in there. You know, I think I'm starting to see the problem. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, you know. Just a wee bit, you know. Help me. Help me. Patch hardware. Okay. I think I understand what the issue is. Let me double check and make sure I'm sure, but I think I'm right. Let's try this. Here we go. Dot string equals meow. PHR. Oh, that's not gonna work. It needs to be allocated. Okay. String. Going to set this to random trash equals a reference to the random trash. Oh, I guess I can just do that. Oh, there. That should be interesting. Let's see if it still bug checks just right into that. What? Failure. What? What? Huh? What? Why? What's the problem? What is it? What is it? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Let me see. What in the fuck is happening? What? I think this thing is dumb. Wow, that's crazy. Whew. Anyway, so this should now be valid. Maybe. Let us see what happens if I do this properly. Very strange things are happening in Brainville. No, that's not what I wanted to do. See? Okay, we need to get some liquid. What? What? I mean, it's closer. That's cool. But 63. That's not needed now. I don't. That's from 63. What? There we go. Now we only got those errors. PU char, it differs in indirection of unsigned short. So let's see, this is 194. Oh. Yeah. That kind of makes sense, I guess. Actually, let's just... We don't need those anymore. We don't need these anymore. It's fine. Who cares? It's not useful. Hooray, we've called the functions. We have now built the KD64 Realtek thing that does the things. So that's cool. That's great. We're gonna call initialize controller. It's so cursed. Weird. Very weird. And this should now fail. Utterly. I need to find a Realtek device where I can debug this properly. That would probably help me. See, that's interesting because what? So it released it, found it. What? Okay. Okay, so now we're going to set status equal to this. Then we are going to also fix the print status. Then we will print the status. Only then will we return the status. That way we can see what's actually going on. Pulls overhead thing. It just says K. It just says K. I don't know. All it says is K. Whoa. You can change these settings? Whoa. Look, it just says K. I don't know what to do. You know what's worth dying for. See, that's fascinating because, right, that doesn't help me at all. Brilliant. There we go. I don't know what that was about. That was weird. Anyway, so assuming that it says no such device. Okay, then why is returning that a problem? I don't understand. It just is. Probably because something else hijacks it. I don't know. No such device. That's fine, but we're gonna put what we call in the business a fake loop. And just so we can erase the fuck out of this, because I don't think I can fix that. Why didn't that work? We need more, bigger numbers. That will work. That will be a second. Why did that one work? Okay, good enough. Look, see? An error. Dangerous. What am I supposed to do? Oh no. Cringe. VM with a ReactOS Ethernet chip. Let's see. Does not connect to VM. Does anything have a ReactOS Ethernet card? Oh my god, yes it does. Wow. Wow. I'm really surprised that's supported. I don't. Are you fucking serious? I don't see it in here. I don't think it's supported, sir. Huh. Look at that. It kind of is. Is it or is it not? That's. I'm getting mixed signals at the moment. That's kind of frustrating. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do it like this. Do I have QEMU installed in my program files. I do. So we're gonna pull what we call in the business a big brain move. And we're gonna pull this data right here. And we're gonna cry. I do kind of, yeah. But we're gonna make cd into this directory. Then we're going to say hang on. We got this. We got this. It's okay. kwe.bat, as it's called. That's great. That's brilliant. Even I've never seen anything more genius. Could not define ISO.ISO. Yeah, that's a good argument, but no, that's fair. So then we're gonna say we don't need putty. We're gonna say 256 serial stdio. Then we're gonna say networking. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're gonna add a network card. And the model is going to be an Ethernet adapter. Dun dun dun. Assuming this one actually works. I don't even know. That's why we're testing this. I have no idea. Oh. Oh fuck. Look at that. It yeah, it found it. Huh. Shit. Okay. So, that tells us everything we need to know. We now know that we have completely fucked up. KE bug checked called. So I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that this just a wild guess. This never comes back, does it? Because the problem with this is the exports in the first place. They aren't working. Stop. Stop bullying me. Stop bullying me! Stop it! Yeah. Look at that. It's never even returning. Let's see why. Wump, 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 wump. Look at that shit. I don't know. I don't see a way out of this. We're doing this, guys. We're gonna succeed at our mission every fucking day. 'Cause that's a little weird. Because something's missing, something's wrong, everything's all about. Cool, and that's the answer to our question. The bug is that this is coming from literally 0 functions getting shoved into this. And I'm going to bet you that if I print the address of the function, that's not what I want. I want to print the address. So I want to take this, call any function, and print its address. Like that. I bet if I call this, it will do nothing. No, there's code there. It's pointing to something. So in our kdnet, we're passing through the function here. Receive buffer, receive rx packet, rx reset. So this send packet, get tx dx, whatever. So this is actually doing something. import table is null, which is odd. That's so weird. So is this not a stub then? I don't understand. Are these not stubs? I don't think they're stubs. Is that possible? I thought it was completely blank, but it might not be. It's just not built. Like you'd expect it to be. Let me try to just call it. Let me grab kdnet. So that should work now. Yeah. And that's being built still, right? It is. So that will call these functions now. Which if this was doing what it's supposed to. So if we did that, and then we did this. And we called the actual function in question. From our code, would it work? I don't see anything that makes me think it's grabbing the right IP address. kdnet at 29. Before. What? Exports is not a member of 271. So 271. Load the library. And then device. So it's not even passing the loader block information. It's missing a lot of code, actually. Where is it grabbing these from the load options. Loader options, load options. Then import table. Oop, that was loud. So let's say let me grab all of this and let's just start doing this. Stop. So now we've got functions equals 30. Now private. Oh wait, how's that supposed to work? I'd imagine it was supposed to import from it. Import from HAL and import from NTOS kernel. Which makes me think that the HAL dispatch table is public and then. So if I look at the spec file, dispatch, nope. Let me see. This table. We're importing it from that, I guess. Power management. It almost makes me think that these functions that are getting called, it's almost like the HAL dispatch table and the HAL private dispatch table is getting filled in by kdnet from the area inside NTOS kernel, which makes me think that then all of this is null instead of being public or that. So if we know that, well, hang on, that doesn't make sense either, because in order for that to be true, we would have to, in order for that to be true, the PCI wouldn't work. So then this function And if we look at this and we look at the code here, this is all functions from this thing, like kd setup devices for debugging. So where is this getting used? It's getting used there. So the functions should just import properly. Like if I just take this, sorry, get PCI data by offset, get PCI data by offset, this should still work. Yeah. And then set PCI data by offset. Like so. Get physical address. If we called the HAL version, get physical address, map physical address. Hang on, let me just type it out. Get physical address. It's kd get physical address. Which again, none of this stuff is valid now. Not in there. And this thing comes from kd get PCI data by offset, and that's in not kd types but HAL funcs. Include ndk HAL funcs. And I wouldn't know what this is from. Yeah, this function's weird. All it takes is a buffer. But if I search get physical address, it's physical address. No, it wouldn't be. Get nope, it might be actually. Is it one function? Let me see. No, one parameter, sorry. Okay, so that's physical address. Which makes sense, I guess. Okay. What about stall execution processor? Well, that's stall KE stall execution processor. What about read register uchar? That's read register uchar. Read register ushort. Read register ulong. Read register well, I don't even, well, where is this getting used? Let's see. Read register ulong 64. Nowhere. So let's not do, let's just leave it as 32-bit for this thing. For 32-bit equal right register uchar right equal equals write register u short, write register u long. You can do the same thing for that. Same thing here. To do hack equals read port uchar, read port u short, read port u long, read port, same thing, u long 64, but that. Also, I have to this is wrong too. Can't be buffer. Right, port uchar. Right, port. Right, port new. Here, I'm just gonna that for now. Equal to null. We don't need that actually. We're not gonna call that status. We just need to create some buffers here. Reference 2. Reference 2. Reference 2. Okay. In fact, let's just not write these at all. Okay. So that should be the minimal functions I need to start figuring out how this works. KD. (273) kdget PCI by offset. So bus number, slot number, buffer, offset length. Bus number, slot number, buffer, offset length. So it's the same thing. I'm not entirely sure why it's angry. Provide. Actually, now that I look at it, I don't even know why it's mad at all. Whatever. Let's just fix it. I'm not gonna, because it's probably angry because the difference between NT-API and not NT-API, but oh, actually I can probably fix that. Can't I? 277, so kdnet rechar. Oh, no buffered. No buffer. Okay, there you go. So that should now do something slightly different. And by slightly different, I mean probably not initialize very far because there's no hardware ID being passed into the damn thing. And that's kind of what I imagined. So wow. That should no longer struggle so much. And we should probably pass something in there. I don't know what yet though. I don't really know what it's looking for. Oh, apparently not much. Had no idea. Oh yeah. So that should work now, right? I had no idea it was like a little silly about that. Okay. I do not know what I'm supposed to do with this. Ooh, it's nasty. Where is my initialize controller function? Where do we call that? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. My assumption is that this succeeds now. Hi, Jim Kotsu. This succeeds now. We pass in what functions we want to use into the import table. And then the controller is never called. Now, if I want to do this right, I want to say, let's alloc the device extension. Device memory length. Can I do that? Do I have a function to allocate this early on? I don't think I do. That's easy to use. I'm gonna have to check. Allocate. Nope. I'm gonna have to use the how function. I don't actually know offhand what this is even for. So, that's gonna be funny. The hardware context size required to support this device. So we have a context now. How do we fill it out? What do you use? I don't know. If I understand correctly, we're so early into execution. Not to mention that, like, hold on. Where even is this happening? Phase 1. Early initialization of... Oh. Oh, we do have the IO subs. We do have the subsystem for dealing with this. That's kind of cool. Okay, well, shit. I guess I will allocate some early memory then. That's fine. Sure, that'll work. Pvoid device buffer, context buffer. And then the style this is length address. Where is it? Where memory got length? There it is. Well, that Win99. took so long for it to get angry about that, but okay. So now, if this is happening correctly, we should actually have a buffer here now. Which means we can call initialize, which is pretty fucking cool. Yay. Now we can answer this question. Are we just dumb? Which is a valid question. I mean, that is entirely possible. That we are just dumb, but we're gonna go off and say maybe we aren't. No, we're just dumb. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Womp, 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 womp. Anyway, I have no idea why this isn't working. So we're gonna call this right here instead. Instead of doing that, we're gonna see if that makes things a little better. Yeah. See, that's fascinating. So it calls the function that handles this. So this thing, we know it's getting here. Sorry. Here. Okay, maybe not. What? Oh. There we are. Okay. So we know it's getting here. Hardware version support paths. Version supported. Wait. Okay, let's just see. K-stall execution processor. If this is working correctly. Oh wait, not that. Not there. If this is working correctly, then by putting the code here that does that, should be good. I need a nap, guys. I'm getting tired already. This is gonna take a while to get back up to strength to do this crap. I wonder... This is so odd. What the fuck? Now, I don't even know if this is used anywhere. I would imagine so. Yeah, it's used everywhere. So that doesn't really surprise me too hard. But the thing is that this isn't working when I'm just doing this, which is moderately horrifying. What? So this is even using our kdnet, not the OEM one. What's happening? Okay, this is literally our kdnet, sir. Yeah, that's so odd. Yeah, it's bug checking on the same event. It's not helping. Calling Katie initialize 0. I don't think this is wrong. It's not. So, what the fuck's happening, guys? The only thing I can think is that the way I'm assigning this is kind of bullshit. This is the import table. If I say like, the only thing I can think is that maybe these functions are just... not working properly? No, it's okay. So, okay, hang on. So if we do this, all is well. It boots fine. But calling this, just this, just the stall execution processor, breaks things. Which makes me think, okay, let's try just making a function here that's like stall execution processor, but instead just infinitely loops. So that will infinitely loop. Nothing. Weird. Okay, if I make... Is it the fact that... Hold on, so kdcom can import this fine, and I think there's even a stall. There isn't. What? This is bothering me now. Okay. There it is. There's the bug again. But if I remove the wait, so it's not kdnet, or sorry, it's not like kdstub. Kdnet itself isn't able to call these functions. And if we go back and look at these functions, it's right there, it's valid. So what is happening? K-stall execution processor. Is Only in how. It should be from how. So that's so strange. Let me make sure this thing's not malformed really quick. Let me just boot this. It is something in a ROS kernel not set up, maybe. Maybe. That's so weird. It's almost like it's the kpcr command. But that wouldn't make sense, right? Is it actually bug checking on return? It's bug checking on return. That's odd. It's really weird. It's a new one. It's bug checking on return. With kmode exception. Why would it bug check on return? Really? Yeah, it's just bug checking on return. Why would going from this to that be a problem? This code segment. Because it almost makes me think like the stack is getting thrashed or something, but that doesn't really make any sense. Bug check parameter, bug check parameter, bug check code. Why? Kmode exception. So if this is a kernel mode exception, that's so weird. That is a question indeed. Bug check on return. So what? Dispatch exception. What would cause that? Let me make sure I'm not wrong about this. So move everything from here back to here. 0. And let's just call this again. So now this will happen later in boot, way later. Yeah. Now it's happy. So it's something that's not getting set up fast enough, like Ian said. Okay, great. Let me try switching this out. Okay, that is really odd. I have no idea why that's happening. Mind. It just never calls it. Okay. Good to know. So these functions aren't able to return due to something about the way the architect, or no, it would have to be something to do with something. Here, let's change the GDT over to the Vista one really quick, just so I don't have that itching at me. Because my brain's telling me to do that when you're dealing with things that are crashing like this. I don't really know if that helps or not. Wow, I have no idea what's going on. It's almost like maybe the stack or something is getting thrashed, but I don't really know. Let me try disabling this again and switching back to the full one. Doing this. Yeah, I almost think that maybe the exception here is something not getting set up fast enough, but like Ellen said, but I don't know. Or maybe like something's not big enough to handle the fact that we're going through 2 DLLs. Makes some sense, I guess, but don't know. Jumping to kernel, it has all the functions in question. And then if I go into how here, I can stop it from breaking just by adding a for loop at the end. Just like that. Okay, well it's consistent at least between the open source version and the full version. Yeah, there is just something wrong with the way this does the return. I don't know. Wow. Such important questions. Okay, let's see what happens this early on. KI system startup. It is only then that we actually check to see if this has a break-in. And then we never actually return from this, I guess. Right? Yeah. I do kind of wonder why, though. This kind of sucks. but also kind of makes sense because if this was working perfectly, and it should at some point, we removed this, it would just get to the same point it was before. So why is that? So we have initialize controller, which never gets done, the stall processor, which doesn't do anything, and then we're gonna find where the HAL does this, and I threw a hack in there. Oh, duh. That's not what you want to do. I don't know why my brain did that. So the bug check parameters mean something, right? For kmode exception not handle, I don't remember what they mean. The exception that wasn't handled, I don't. Okay. Breakpoint. What? Yeah. You know what? That makes sense, actually. Yeah. That actually... Yeah. It's okay, so it's a breakpoint that's failing. Right, so the address or the exception occurred, extra information passed for record. So at this address... Oh, wait. Is the initial break-in done by this? That's a good question. Because this thing doesn't... If the enable KD initialized with the debugger is requested. which would call this. So I would returning to it fail. Okay, I think I need to end it here. My brain's melted. Have a good night, peeps. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.